Press release. Rooster Teeth to find a new home with the brand's original creator, Burnie Burns, at Box Canyon Productions. Austin, Texas, February 5th, 2025. Burnie Burns, founder of the online media outlet Rooster Teeth, has officially acquired the beloved entertainment brand. This milestone marks a new chapter for Rooster Teeth as it returns to the hands of its original creator as part of his company, Box Canyon Productions. Under Burns' leadership, the historic brand plans to renew its focus on innovation, community engagement, and the spirit of creativity that first defined its success. "I am excited at the challenge of bringing Rooster Teeth back to its roots," said Burns. "The heart of this brand has always been its fans, and I look forward to writing a new chapter together." As an early pioneer of online video content, Rooster Teeth set the standard for how fan-first entertainment could thrive in the digital age. With Burns back at the helm, fans can anticipate a renewed dedication of Rooster Teeth's original mission, to entertain, inspire, and connect. Along with the acquisition, Box Canyon announced a new development slate of productions for 2025, including renewed production of some of the platform's classic shows, a new original audio adventure again, and an untitled reimagining of Burns' first film, The Schedule. Well, this is certainly a fine how do you do. Not even a year after Rooster Teeth pulled the pin on itself, Burnie Burns swoops back in and saves the day, buying the property outright. After all these years of changing hands and being used and abused like a common $2 whore, RT is back where it belongs, in the hands of its founder. So what exactly does this mean? Well, who knows? Ruby is definitively with Viz Media now, and it doesn't seem like Burnie's in any real hurry to try and buy it back, which at this point is probably more of a mercy than we're willing to admit. The IPs that were listed as recovered are RVB, RT Podcasts, and Camp, and presumably a lot of their older backlog also goes along with them. Whether or not Burnie does anything with them is a much different story, but at least he owns them now, so if he wants to do something, he doesn't have to jump through 500 legal hoops to make it happen. Just the 3,000 funding hoops that any production has to go through. But it might be worthwhile for him to try a new project first, see if he's still got that old magic in him. The press release talks about reviving an old film and doing a new audio project, and I'm kind of looking forward to at least the latter part. As for personnel, well, look, I think we need to be as honest as we can right now. We're probably going to be starting fresh. After RT closed its doors, all the personnel we've come to know over the years have scattered to the four corners of the globe. They have jobs now, they have projects they're working on, and I don't know for certain if they would be willing to just drop them and come back, especially with how things were looking at the end there. It's possible, I'm not going to be a doomsayer and say it isn't, but I think expectations need to be tempered here. It's been almost a year. People have moved on. They've had to pull themselves back up from the pits. Whatever they decide to do is on them, and frankly, more power to them. If anyone does come back for this, I think the likelihood is it's going to be the OG gang, the founders, the ones that started it all. I don't really know what they're up to these days. I know Gus has a podcast company now, but I have absolutely no idea what Jeff and Matt are up to anymore. But they're the glue here, the ones that put it all together, and the likelihood they would get the gang back together again, I'd say optimistically ranges between 1 in 5 and 1 in 10. I don't think Joel or Kathleen would come back, though. I think those bridges have been pretty thoroughly burned at this point. But if Burnie goes more the filmmaking route, it's possible Nathan Zellner might make an appearance. I'm just spitballing here, of course, but keep options open. But one thing I do think is that I think Rooster Teeth needs to stay small for now. They can expand in the future or just hire out on a contract basis, but I think we saw that too many cooks in the kitchen ended up hurting them in the long run. And let's tell the truth and shame the devil, the current state of filmmaking and content creation doesn't look like it's going to be getting any better anytime soon. It's probably best to keep it in-house and not get in over his head. But hey, at the end of the day, it's a really cool surprise. It's a clean slate, a fresh start, a way to start over and make better what had been attempted before. Now we know what doesn't work. Now we know that greenlighting 50 projects at once is not conducive to a productive atmosphere. Now we know that stretching thin across 5 different brands and networks would not benefit them. Now we know not to hire anyone named Gray, and if you do, please God, keep him away from the fucking animation budget. I know it can never be what it was. Too much water has passed under the bridge. But I do think we can be optimistic about what's to come. And, well, that's as good a place as any to start. Well, that's about all I got. buy my book. It's available wherever you buy your books online, either physical or digital. And yeah, that's all I got right now. Catch you next time. Peace out.